Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry for the delay, I have been really busy. Well, however, today I wanted to try to explain a little bit more how the way I work, how I work, because actually my way of working is so unconventional, so it's really hard to grasp, I think. So that's what I will try to explain, because language is what I work with actually somehow to a very big degree. Because to me everything is language actually, everything is language. We are surrounded by language. Even silence, absence of language is a form of language. A language that speaks more than words usually. I'm a true lover of words and their deeper meaning or their etymology. I am fascinated by the root of a word, because when we understand the root, where it comes from, we also understand a much deeper meaning. The word seems to come to life when we understand the root system, where it belongs, where it comes from. So, to me, symptoms are also a form of language. Every symptom tries to express something related to ourselves. It's trying to tell us something about ourselves. Our soul is trying to tell us something through this symptom. But sadly, we never learned the language, so we usually don't even bother to listen or trying to understand the message the body is trying to deliver. On the contrary, usually what we do is we run to the doctor with our symptom, and they look upon the symptom as an intruder that needs to be eliminated. And if the symptom was something quite superficial, then it might be enough. We might just follow the prescription the doctor gave us and the symptom will disappear. Maybe. Maybe. But everyone that carry some kind of a deeper symptom that already formed a language, that is to say some kind of illness, then very often this symptom will only disappear for a short while, and soon enough it will again return. As we never touched the root, we never touch the real origin of the symptom. So it will have to return to one more time, give us a chance to understand. So, in case we suffer from symptoms that maybe have become chronic illnesses, then at least I think it's a very good idea to look for the message our soul is trying to deliver, and that message we have refused to listen to. Our body is a form of a gigantic dashboard actually, which, if we try to decipher the language, can tell us a very precise story about what's going on inside and what to correct, what correction is needed to be made. So we have everything to gain in understanding that hidden story each and every one of us carry inside. And this is precisely what I dedicate myself to help people understand their symptoms, physical or non-physical, A non-physical symptom is everything in life which does not function as we would like it to. That is also a symptom. So what I do is I help people to decipher the message, because when we understand the message, we can finally start to adjust what is in need of adjustment, and with those adjustments restore that harmony in our body and in our lives. But this might still sound extremely abstract, you might say. I know. So I will try to give you an example of how I work. Let's say that someone comes to me with a list. I always ask people to write down all the symptoms, physical or non-physical. And let's say that on this list now is arthritis. Arthritis. What does arthritis tell us? Well, to begin with, we have to look at the word. Arthritis is a infection in the articulations. An infection in the articulations. What does this mean? It means that we have an infection where the bones meet. In those small places in our body where the bones meet. We have an infection. But in our language, articulation is also related to language, in the way we speak, how we articulate something, how we express something. So now we have already got the most important clue. There is something we have not been able to express. There is something which is in need of expression. Yes? Now, the second thing is that everything which is related to our bone structure or our skeleton is always talking about a sensation of low self-esteem, low self-worth. Usually, this is somehow related to a sensation of guilt or shame, or a feeling of being trapped in some kind of situation which they can't see a way out of. Let's say, maybe we feel trapped in a job we truly dislike. This could be a reason. Or maybe we feel trapped in a relationship which is really unhealthy for us. And we see no way how we could ever get out of this relationship. Yes, that could also be another kind of trap. Or any situation where we feel truly in a constant state of frustration. We feel very limited. We feel trapped. We feel that something is completely wrong, and we do not even, many times we can't even tell it. We can't even find words to articulate it. We can't even say it, maybe not even to ourselves. Sometimes this can be conscious. We maybe do know we do know the situation, but we are too afraid to even speak it out loud. But many times it can be completely unconscious. We do not even understand where this sensation of complete frustration and anxiety come from. It's just a sensation of being so limited, so trapped, so frustrated in a certain situation. We don't even dare to put words to it. Yes? So, what do we have to do? We have to stay quiet. We have to diminish ourselves in that situation as much as we can in order to keep going, This is usually the scenario around arthritis. A frustration which then also, of course, will start to infect. It will start to create an infection in the articulation. Language is wonderful. So, that usually is the base problem. Now, of course, depending upon where in the body the arthritis is expressed, the significance, the message will be different. So arthritis in our hands, for example, will not mean the same thing as if we have it in our knees. If we have it in our hands, it usually is related, more or less, often, to something related to our work. So, usually, because it's not necessarily so. I always go in and check every detail, because there is no such thing as two individuals which are completely the same. So we have to go in to check all the small details to actually start to understand what is this symptom trying to express in this case. And that can be a huge difference from someone else. But if we have it in the knees, for example, it's many times talking about some kind of conflict with authority, but not necessarily. So, what I mean is, we should never ever think that we know the answer when we start to work with someone. We always have to go in and look very precisely what is the message beneath this symptom. And it will always be unique. So, in this way, I go in and check every single symptom on the list, which the client gave me. And what's one of the very extremely interesting things in this way of working is that, well, of course, slowly, a bigger picture will start to reveal itself. But also the fact that the more we dig, the deeper we go, the more we understand of the story behind all this, we can clearly see how this goes down to one single root cause. All these different expressions in the body or in the life of the person goes down to one single root cause. A root cause that might be a remnants from former lives, or might be something related to their family tree, or something else. I check this in many different categories, because I truly need to understand the totality. And when finally I do understand the overall picture, what has happened here and where it comes from, well, then I can finally start to create the map to they're healing the many things they need to heal in order to start to regain harmony on that deep level. So that's the way I work, actually. That's the way I work, and that's how I use language as one of my tools also. One client once said to me something I think is adorable. She said, I think you are the archaeologist of the soul, and you have the most interesting work in the world, because you can go on a treasure hunt for each and every client, and that's precisely what I do. I go on a treasure hunt for each and every client to find that very deep treasure inside. And when we find a treasure and open it, then, well, the treasure can tell us a story, the story which is wanting to be seen. And when we see the story, and we can also start to heal that story. So she was right. I have the most interesting work in the world. I do. Okay, I hope I have explained myself a little bit better. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for today, and well, hope to see you soon. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. Bye.